Have you ever felt like you don't have enough to handle a big problem? Not enough time, not enough money, not enough energy. Well, today we're diving into one of the most famous stories about having very little and seeing it become more than enough. It's the story of Jesus feeding the 5,000. Imagine this, a huge crowd, thousands of people gathered by the beautiful Sea of Galilee. They've been listening to Jesus teach all day long. They're captivated, hanging on his every word. But as the sun starts to set, a very real human problem emerges. Everyone is getting hungry, really hungry, and they're in a remote place far from any towns or markets. The disciples, Jesus' closest followers, see the problem. They go to Jesus and say, "Hey, it's getting late. We should send these people away so they can go find some food in the nearby villages." It sounds like a practical solution, right? But Jesus has a different idea. He looks at his disciples and says something that completely stumps them. You give them something to eat. They're shocked. How could they possibly feed this massive crowd? They do a quick inventory and find all they have is 5 small barley loaves and a little fish, which a young boy was willing to share. That's barely enough for one family, let alone 5,000 men, plus women and children. It seems impossible, but this is where faith steps in. Jesus tells the disciples to have everyone sit down on the grassy slopes. He then takes the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. He looks up to heaven, gives thanks to God, and begins to break the food into pieces. He hands the pieces to his disciples to distribute among the crowd. And then the miracle happens. As the disciples pass out the food, it just keeps coming. There's enough for everyone. Every single person in that massive crowd eats until they are completely full and satisfied. Think about that for a moment. From just 5 loaves and to fish, thousands of people had a full meal. But the story doesn't end there. After everyone has finished eating, Jesus tells his disciples, "Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted." So they go around and collect the leftovers. And you know what they found? They filled 12 baskets with the broken pieces of bread and fish that were left over, 12 baskets. They started with a small lunch and ended up with more leftovers than they had food to begin with. So what does this incredible story teach us? First, it shows us that Jesus cares about our practical, physical needs just as much as our spiritual ones. He saw the hungry crowd and had compassion. Second, it's a powerful lesson about abundance. With God, a little can go a long way. What seems small and insignificant in our hands can be multiplied beyond our wildest imagination in His. When we offer up what we have, no matter how small it seems, and trust Him with it, He can do amazing things. This story encourages us to trust in God's provision, even when our resources seem scarce. It's about obedience and faith leading to incredible blessings. Thanks so much for watching. If this story encouraged you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. See you in the next video.